You okay? Was that? Oh, no mic. Oh, I see. No, I can't. I still can't hear you. Hey, Joanna.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Very well.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Fantastic. That's great.
Awesome. Thanks,
Hi,
Miles.
Joanna.
Hello.
So
Nice to
Miles,
meet you.
Joanna, Miles.
to
Joanna, this is Mark as well.
Hi.
The guitar player of the band.
Lovely. Nice to meet you all.
Oh, the dark log is logging in. Hey.
Ouais, allô, il y a quelqu'un? Putain,
Okay,
attends.
so that's Olivier.
Hello, where are
Hey,
we?
Graham.
How you doing?
You good?
Hello.
I just waiting for the computer to sort itself out. Sorry.
That's okay.
There we go, coming in. There we are.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, so how is everyone?
Good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Cool. So it was such a suspense. So like I think Joanna and Mark, you weren't in threads. I will send you the guys. The thing is like until like about half an hour ago, basically, he just because like it was kind of going ahead, but we didn't have the actual official go ahead from the health and safety person. He was like, yeah, that's cool, but can I get this? Can I get that? You know, so Joanna, you had to send your health and safety check. Oh no, sorry, risk assessment.
Yeah.
And then Graham was chasing him in the morning. I don't know why he wasn't replying. And then like about half an hour ago, he just went, okay, good. You can go ahead now. It's like, seriously, the thread is about, I don't know, probably about 20 emails or something back and forth with everyone. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lots of emails.
Yeah. It was quite intense, but we got there in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not the same studio, it's a different studio space. But it will just be that room for the whole day.
Are you happy to do everything there and stuff?
Yeah,
like,
it's a good space. It's larger than the other studio. It's got all the lights, it's all set up ready for what we need. But I think because we're going to bring the motion capture to that room, it's all going to be set up there, just like how we had it the other day.
Okay, cool. So we're going to meet Tony in the morning, I guess. So Tony is the health and safety person, and he wanted to be there in the morning just to like go, okay, this, we're going to show him how it works and stuff. So it's probably going to be like a 15-minute chat or something. So just so everyone is aware of that. And then he'll let us crack on with the rest of the day.
I'd imagine that it's going to take about an hour or so just to get the rigging all set up. And during that time, I can be working on cameras and lighting and sorting up that. Setting up cameras, I'll have it all prepped the night before, so it's just like bringing it in. So for me, like the main things would be getting the motion capture up and running, making sure that that's all working, because there is extra kit I do need to set up for that. So I would say like an hour and a half, minimum really for getting all the tech side going. So the motion capture suits, so it's really for Joanna. The motion capture suits, they're quite, they're very tight. I guess if you're going to be doing a lot of moving around in them, it's going to be getting quite hot. So I'm thinking like for your, like, if you're going to be comfortable, would you want to be doing that like first and like taking a break and then doing the rest of the performance? I'd imagine would want to be doing the motion capture stuff a bit later on, so that you can do all of your main performance for camera, in any costume you're bringing, prior to doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. So we had the question about how long does it take to set up the rigging?
If I say half an hour, I'm over rigging it. It's 2 points and run the line through. Once we get the ladder in, strap round, line through it, then we're sort of set and done.
Okay. Oh, brilliant. That's quick then.
I failed my guess.
Joanna said about an hour.
If I hadn't been there already and therefore knew exactly what's there and stuff, then
know the place now.
Now I know the place. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay, and then so we were just getting. Hang on. Did we? Miles, did you ask about the? Hang on. Where were we at? We were asking about the suits. So we said we'd do that after or the motion capture.
So I'd imagine we'd do that a bit later in the day. Although it kind of depends, because do we want to? Like, I'm not sure about what we're going to be doing with like costume wise. Like the suit is a full on, full suit. So do you have like a costume that will go over the top of that, or are you looking to wear something that like ideally wouldn't have the suit like full on because it's the full, like wetsuit type thing?
I think that question, I am not sure about costume yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's about you. What would you like?
For me, in my opinion, like was probably something like quite simple. Like I didn't want to go too fancy with the clothing and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you like the photos I sent you. I mean, I'll send you. I can't remember, but the thing that is quite like tight and stuff. That just look like almost like you are practicing or something. Like but it's not. I actually like you posted not long ago something with like very large trousers, sorry, and
play suits.
Yeah, so I think more the opposite of that, like something quite tight and maybe not on the legs and stuff, nothing that like that is on over the legs or something.
Okay.
If that makes sense. In terms of hair, actually, I quite like the hair like you were doing, because when you're spinning, the hair goes like this. This is pretty cool. Yeah, that was it for me. And makeup same, simple, no crazy. I mean, like for Miles, actually, do you have any requests for the makeup in terms of like, do you need it to be strong for the lighting or something, or?
Not really, no. I think there's not really anything there. I think for me, it'd be if you're going to be, moving around a lot and stuff. If there's any makeup, we want to make sure if we are doing makeup, then we want to make sure it's consistent throughout the day. And so I would say again, keep it simple, if any.
Great.
For me, yeah, I wanted just to be like something very like, very simple.
Simple makeup.
Yeah.
And then nothing on top of the motion cap suit.
But I don't think so, because this would be separate anyway. I don't think we'll have the camera running when we do the motion capture, do we?
Yeah, I mean that's the suit.
Okay.
Fine.
If we can have maybe like two outfits, because like the whole video is the video is quite long. It's like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I guess if there's like some costume changing throughout the thing, so like there's like, for instance, in the middle, I don't know if you all heard the song, but in the middle there's like a big kind of like almost metal section. So for instance, in this section we can have something different in the outfits. And for that it can be slightly more what's the word, I don't know, I'll be more fancy, basically, like I don't know if the guys had like Mark or Olivier, if you had any ideas for the costume. For me, I already had in my head like something very simple.
I think the point you made earlier on with the hair, I was thinking something like that before. I think anything that has a little bit of kind of, anything that moves around and floats around the movement would be quite nice, because it would just kind of amplify the how kind of gracious some of the moves are, I would say. So in my head I was picturing something with a few, I don't know, like, not what's the best way to describe it, but like scarf-like kind of thing, like something with like maybe a veil or something that would kind of move around as spins around.
When you have some large like clothes and stuff, like Mark said, like scarfy, or I don't know how to explain it either, but does it make it harder for you to perform?
It can be, it can be
it's a bit in the way, isn't it?
or in the way. So
there's also there's potentially footwear as well, because there's one tracker which needs to be almost like attached to the shoe. So before we basically just took the little it's like a little orange little rectangle, like cube little thing, you just put it into like the laces. So I'm not sure, like, would you normally be doing this performance barefoot, or would you have like some footwear that we could attach that to? Because ideally I don't really want to be like taping a tracker to your foot if that's going to make it really uncomfortable. So maybe thinking about that.
We can go like with like 2 minutes at least of like just very artistic and kind of slow and stuff. So that would be like the simple outfit one.
Okay.
And to me, that's probably one of the longest to film. I mean, I'm not really sure. It would depend on the day, I guess. But like, because I kind of had like some of ideas I would like to do, and then the effects would come in like later on in the song, and that's where we can do what you're saying and try at least to do both together at the same time. So at least we can have like, let's say, a performance of the whole song, simple outfit and stuff, no motion capture, which is like the base of the song.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, we can add the experiment with the motion capture suit and the more fancy outfit.
I also had a question because to actually choreograph, I have like few sections on hoop, for example, that they normally go like the same, but I didn't choreograph all of it, not yet. So if you want that, it's possible. So then I can do it twice. I think for hoop will be good in this case to have like the performance like full output twice, that I can repeat and kind of be the same, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, ideally, I think for everyone it's easier to have something that is like kind of like always similar, and then I guess as we go along we can tweak it, you know, like.
And to do that, we kind of have to talk, like me and Graham have to talk, because it's not just me performing, but we're gonna be like a team, you know.
That's what I was getting at, actually.
Choreography.
Yeah, exactly.
If I don't go up, like that's not my choreography, you know. Like you need to know the cues prior.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna ask that actually, yeah, because again, I don't really know how it works, but like I presume like if you kind of plan a performance, you can also like plan the moving up and down with the hoop, isn't it? And
yeah, that's the.
So is that something that you can do like kind of like always the same as well, or is it like?
So I think with all of it, so Joanna can do the same move or sequence of moves again and again and again, but camera angle of hoop, exactly which position she ends up in, you know, she'll put her hand to a certain place to then do a move that may be out by a centimeter, inch or so. It's just like, so the exact picture perfect as if you don't move the camera, that it will be exactly the same as if it's the same routine just recorded once, is highly unlikely, just on the nature of no, I'm going to move
isn't it?
Physics. The thing turns, so she'll be on a very slightly different position, and if I'm lifting her up, I get a rough gauge of where she sits. I know she wants to be middle of the room, so I'll go get her to middle of the room. But is that exactly the same height, or are we off by this much? It's one of those. It's
how many performances you guys can do, because I presume it's very physical and stuff. So if we plan on doing like multiple different outfits and stuff, how many can we do? Like, I don't know, in the morning or even in a day or something. How does it work?
I think if Joanna was rehearsing to do her routine, like practicing, ready to go to do a show, I would say probably 3 runs. Is probably the max. I don't know. I mean, if it's 1 or 2 in the morning, and then lunchtime, and then maybe it's once or twice in the afternoon kind of thing, that is possibly you can get up to sort of 4. And it depends on whether you're talking the full 5 minutes as a full routine, or whether you're going to do a section and then stop, and then another section and then stop, and then another section, and so on. Because obviously I don't know Joanna's routine off by heart. It's about us communicating during. So it could be that, okay, I'm going to do this section, lift me at this point and lower me at this point. Then we stop recording. We can then talk through the next bit, and so on. It depends on how you want the flow to do the flow of the recording to go, I would say.
So I think Miles can just also reply to this, but ideally for me, it'd be good to have one take of the whole thing. But is that actually possible to do a 5-minute performance non-stop, and which at least we need like probably a few more times in a day?
Yeah.
Because you think like four runs in the whole day, we can't do more, can we? Or
don't think I'll need more takes. I've already asked for multiple cameras, so we will have multiple cameras on it. For the motion capture, all I need to know is that the tracking roughly is working, and that, you know, when you move that way, it moves that way, and when you go that way, it all syncs up. And that doesn't require you to do any, you know, big moves or like, you know, huge rehearsals. So as soon as I know that it's all working and that we're going to get a good record take through, then we'll record it. And if that's one good take that we get first time, which hopefully we would because we'll be ready for it and it's just running the performance, then great, that's all I need. Because as soon as I've got that data for the whole thing, I can put, you know, different cameras around if we want to do digital versions. But if we want to do the film version, then I'll need to do different takes. But I'll try and get as many cameras as possible so we have different options while we're filming.
Okay, so it feels like it'd be totally worth to do like an hour or so of just a rehearsal, isn't it? I didn't actually think of that, but that makes totally sense. Where we just like organize the whole music, the whole song, basically, where we're gonna go, or maybe you go up and down. So which I don't know, like if for you guys doing the rehearsal as hard or as like doing the performance, or can you just do it gently or even like think it through without even performing?
I mean, we can chat it through, you know, play the music, Joanna's going, okay, I'll do this. Okay, at this point you lift me. And therefore we've talked it through. We may try, if there's a couple of ideas that we just need to make sure we're in sync with, therefore practice those couple of moves just to make sure that what we think is the right timing is the right timing. Basically.
Yeah, just kind of mark it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to run the
at full pace, at full speed. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the other thing, I'm assuming because it's to your track, you'll put the music track over the top of the video. You're not going to be recording the music live.
No.
So therefore, we can actually speak during.
Yeah, definitely.
So it can be that thing of, oh, up now, bring me in, and you know, whatever as we're doing, as long as it's not a close up on her face as she does that. And
yeah, I mean,
yeah, that would be good. I think regardless of what happens, I'm quite open to say, hey, I need 10 minutes or
okay.
And I think it's quite good to say if I'm, you know, too tired and need a break.
Absolutely.
So that is going to happen. And I'm not going to be in the air for 8 hours.
No, with all the tech stuff that I'll be doing, there'll probably be a bit of downtime just in between takes where I'll be looking at it, making sure it'll be working. I'll be like fiddling with like the tracking, making sure it's all working. So there will be plenty of time where it will be like, come on, Miles, let's hurry up and get this done. So
I guess it'll be a harder process for Joanna than it will me. So it's down to her energy a lot more than it is mine. What I will say though is, depending on what moves you're doing, to get warmed up takes a bit of time, but to then start and then have big gaps, it's about trying to keep the body warm, which then is also quite an arduous task sometimes.
Yeah, I was going to ask that actually. So is it best to, once we all set up and all happy with like the running order of the song, is it best to just like smash all the takes like as close as possible, or would you need like every time a long gap between or shorter, or I don't know, like what is the best for you basically to?
I definitely need half an hour to warm up, minimum.
So that's before the first one? Yeah,
before the first one, half an hour, and maybe around, I would say like 10 minutes just to test a few things on the hoop as well. and I think I can't really tell you, but at the moment, but I think I need some gaps, yeah, throughout, but maybe not too long gaps, maybe like
you cannot stay warm basically.
Yeah, stay
Yeah,
warm.
that's fine.
Okay.
And the energy as well.
Okay, so that's pretty much everything for me. I think, Joanna, it'd be good if we can maybe have a little chat, or like if you have some ideas for the closing and stuff, if you can send me some pictures or something, and so we can decide what we take, and then maybe we can do like a messenger chat with everyone, so you can like all give your opinion. And that's it. And then the other thing that was quite important for me is the behind the scene things, and we're trying to be good with COVID regulations and stuff, so we need to do the test in the morning or the day before, the night before, and wear the mask obviously all day long.
I will flag, Mal's experienced it with me when we were there doing the load test. As soon as I start getting physical and heavy lifting, the mask crucifies me. So once I'm actually doing, I'm afraid I'm going to have to take it off, and we can just keep a distance from me. But obviously, when I'm not doing that, mask will go on for the rest of the time.
I mean, as long as everyone is happy, for me, it's all good. It's going to be the same for Joanna anyway. So during performance, you too can obviously take it off. But for us, we don't have to keep it.
Yeah, I've become a sweater since COVID, and been lack of activity, so it's just drenched and yeah,
So
and that just really adds to it. Yeah.
That's it for me. So I just before we go, I just want to say massive thank you to everyone, Miles and Graham, for making this happen.
Yep.
It was, as we said in the beginning of the chat, it was big suspense until this morning. Thanks for sorting the testing and stuff.
Yeah,
thanks, Graham. I would love to get you lunch on the day, so don't plan anything for everyone, obviously. And then just to thank you for that, and yeah, and then I guess that's everything.
Oh, yeah.
All good.
Great.
All good.
All right. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all, and then I'll see you on Tuesday.
See you Tuesday.
Yeah.
See you guys next week.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye bye.